Welcome to the Trigonometry series. Today, we are going to master the fundamental concept of angles. We will explore how to understand them not just as static shapes, but as dynamic rotations, which is crucial for higher-level mathematics. Let's start with the simplest definition. In geometry, an angle is a figure formed by two rays. These two rays connect at a shared endpoint. This connection point is the anchor that holds the shape together. To speak the language of geometry, we need to know the names of the parts. The common endpoint where the rays meet is called the vertex. The two rays themselves are referred to as the sides or legs of the angle. Now here is the secret to trigonometry. Don't just think of an angle as a corner. Think of it as a movement. Imagine a ray starting in a fixed position, called the initial side. Then, rotate it to a new position, called the terminal side. The amount of that rotation is the measure of the angle. When dealing with rotation, direction is everything. If you rotate counterclockwise, opposite to the hands of a clock, the angle is positive. If you rotate clockwise, the angle is considered negative. This distinction is vital when graphing angles. How do we measure this rotation? The most common unit is the degree. Imagine a full circle divided into 360 tiny slices. Each slice is 1 degree. A right angle is 90 degrees, and a straight line is 180 degrees. In advanced math and physics, we often use a unit called the radian. 1 radian is the angle formed when the arc length along the circle's edge is exactly equal to the radius of the circle. A full circle is 2 pi radians. We classify angles based on their size. An acute angle is small, measuring less than 90 degrees. A right angle creates a perfect corner at exactly 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is wide, measuring between 90 and 180 degrees. If an angle opens up to form a flat line, it is called a straight angle, measuring exactly 180 degrees. If the rotation goes beyond a straight line, it is called a reflex angle, which is greater than 180 degrees. Finally, to make calculations consistent, we place angles in what is called standard position on a graph. The vertex sits at the origin point 0, 0, and the initial side always lies along the positive x-axis. To wrap up, remember that angles are formed by rays meeting at a vertex. In trigonometry, view them as rotations. Positive rotation is counterclockwise, and finally, you can measure this rotation in either degrees or radians.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.